So apparently eBay is authenticating sneakers now. This is kind of a game changer. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and this is Weekly Heat. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet, and also make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at RealSethFowler. But before we jump into the video, I want to let you all know that the brand new Apothecary A logo collection and the no-show socks are now available on apothecary.com. This is probably my favorite collection so far because we've got two different styles of socks dropping and the A logos are so dope. The crew length A logo socks come in 4 different colorways. You've got heather and navy, salmon and white, light blue and white, and black and white. And our first ever no-shows come in packs of 2 pairs. You've got a dark gray pair and a white pair. So if you would like to check out any of the socks from this collection, make sure to go to apothecary.com by clicking the link in the top of the description. And if you want to grab any of these socks, make sure to do it quickly because they usually sell out pretty fast. But now let's jump right into Weekly Heat. Never seen this part, have you? This is every Weekly Heat video I have to do this. Starting things off, it looks like we're finally getting a retro of one of my favorite Air Maxes of all time, and that's the Air Max 90 Infrared. 2020 is the 30th anniversary of the Air Max 90 silhouette, and so because of that, Nike is pumping out a bunch of Air Max 90 colorways. And obviously with the OG Infrared colorway being the most popular Air Max 90 colorway, you knew they had to drop one eventually. The last time we saw a retro of the Infrared Air Max 90s was back in 2015, and that's actually when I grabbed my pair. However, it's been 5 years and my pair is beat to hell and I really think I need a new one. And it looks like we might actually be getting the retro of the Air Max 90 Infrared sooner than you think. It looks like the release date for this shoe is going to be November 9th in full family sizing. While this retro should be very similar to the OG pair that I've got pictured, apparently they are making some small changes and changing up the infrared color to radiant red. Unfortunately, because there's no images of the upcoming pair, we're not sure exactly how much of a difference that will make, but I'm praying that it's going to look very similar to the original and they're not going to make it a red Air Max 90. But like I said, we don't have to wait long to find out because the shoe should be releasing on November 9th. Next up, we've got some official images of the upcoming undefeated Nike Kobe 5 Pro Tro Hall of Fame. With Kobe's upcoming Hall of Fame induction happening next spring, it looks like Undefeated and Nike are paying tribute to Kobe Bryant through a new colorway on a pair of Kobe 5s. The shoe comes in a bright metallic gold upper accented by a Nike swoosh that fades from purple towards the heel to red towards the forefoot. On the other side of both shoes, the swoosh does change to a metallic purple. Printed on the Nike swoosh, you've got 3 of Kobe's numbers, 24, 10, and 8, and the overall sneaker is rounded off with purple accents on the outsole and on the sock liner. Of course, being an Undefeated collaboration, the shoe does feature Undefeated branding on the tongue as well as Mamba branding on the tongue. It's definitely a bittersweet release, but it is nice to see a really great collaboration coming out to keep Kobe's memory alive. As of right now, there's no official release date for this shoe, but I do expect it to release before the end of the year. Based on recent leaks, it looks like one of the most popular, if not the most popular, LeBron colorway of all time is finally returning. And that shoe is the LeBron 8 South Beach. As of right now, it looks like this shoe could be returning in 2021. However, not much else is known. But based on the fact that a bunch of LeBron 7 retros came out this year, I really wouldn't be surprised if next year is the year of the LeBron 8. Like the original, the retro will presumably come in a teal and black upper accented by pink around the top of the tongue. I think it's fair to say that this is one of the most iconic performance basketball sneakers of the modern era, and it's a shoe that a lot of people are going to be excited for. So if you're trying to grab a pair of these for yourself, like I will definitely be trying to, this shoe should release sometime in 2021. While we still have yet to get our first Sakai Nike Vapor Waffle release, it looks like more leaked information has come out showing us some of the 2021 colorways. Arguably, the Vapor Waffle is the craziest of all the Sakai Nike collaborations to release, and that's because of the split midsole that has seemingly a tongue coming out of it. If someone flat tires you in this shoe, the bottom of the sneaker is 100% coming off. I gotta be honest, as much as I love the way that this sneaker looks, there's no way in hell I could wear this outside. I'd be too afraid. The colorways supposedly releasing next year are a tan, white, and blue, and also a very Halloween style purple, orange, and black colorway. I definitely think I prefer some of the colorways coming out this year, but next year's colorways aren't terrible. As of right now, there are no official release dates for either of these colorways, but if you really want one of these 2 colorways, make sure to stay tuned because I'm sure that information will come out sooner than later. So over the last few years, Pharrell has been collaborating with Adidas on a few different silhouettes, but never an Ultra Boost. it looks like in the next few months that might be changing. Images have just surfaced of a brand new collaboration Ultra Boost between Parley, Adidas, and Pharrell. And because Parley is involved in this collaboration, I would assume that this shoe is made up of some recycled materials. Design-wise, this shoe comes in all black and features Black Future written on the heel tab. Aesthetically, it is kind of a plain Ultra Boost, but it's definitely cool to see Pharrell collaborating on a different Adidas silhouette. Currently, there is no release information for this sneaker, but based on the quality of the images, I would assume that this sneaker will be dropping in the next couple months. Speaking of Pharrell, it looks like we've got some release information for the upcoming Pharrell Human Race NMD in dash green. This Pharrell NMD comes in a dash green mesh upper with white Korean text embroidered into the upper. In addition to that, the shoe also features alternating colored NMD plugs, which I think is a really nice touch. As of right now, the release date slated for the Pharrell Human Race NMD in dash green is October 26th as a European exclusive. And actually, if you guys want to see a really cool video on this sneaker itself, Heskix was actually gifted this pair by Adidas, so make sure to check out that video on his channel. And after you finish that video, you should check out the video on the pair that Adidas sent me, which is the North American exclusive called the Sand colorway. Unlike with the dash green colorway, there is no official release date for the Sand colorway as of yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it releases in a similar time frame and even possibly on the same day, because this is the North American release and not the European release. Seriously though, you should check out my unboxing and review of this sneaker. Not only is it an upcoming Pharrell, but it's also a sample of an upcoming Pharrell, and I go over the entire sneaker in depth. So if you'd like to check out that video, there will be a link at the top of the screen. Moving on to some Jordan 1s, which of course are my favorite silhouette of all time, it looks like we're actually getting a shattered backboard Air Jordan 1 low. This year, Jordan Brand has been going crazy with the Air Jordan 1 lows and releasing a bunch of really great colorways. And pair that with the Last Dance effect, and Jordan 1 lows are now a surprisingly popular silhouette. This upcoming shattered backboard Air Jordan 1 low looks like it's very similar to the shattered backboard 2.0s that released back in 2016. The shoe comes in primarily orange and white leather, once again mimicking the shattered backboard 2.0's color blocking. And to be honest with you, I think Jordan Brand did it again. They're dropping another really solid Air Jordan 1 low. Most likely this shoe won't be that limited, just like every other pair of Air Jordan 1 lows, but it probably won't be the easiest sneaker to get because a lot of people will be going for it. And if you're trying to grab a pair of these for yourself, they should be releasing sometime in 2021. Continuing on with Jordan 1s, it looks like we've got a brand new Jordan 1 high colorway, the Seafoam Green Healing Orange. This mock-up by Z Sneakerhead Z features a very light pastel colored Jordan 1 that's apparently dropping in summer of 2021. The shoe apparently comes in a very light seafoam green accented by white on the toe and on the midfoot, and then you've also got a light orange color, I guess called Healing Orange. It's definitely a subtle colorway and not one that immediately jumps out to me as a shoe that I'd want to rock on a regular basis. However, I feel like it's one of those shoes that when the actual pictures of the shoe come out, we're going to realize that it looks a little bit different than this rendering, and it's probably going to look really, really clean. The rendering itself looks great, but it's not really a sneaker that I would wear. And usually what happens when we see renderings is we think of a shoe one way and we don't really like it, and then when we see the actual shoe, Jordan Brand usually changes our mind, and I feel like that's definitely going to be the case with this shoe. Or maybe you guys love this colorway the way that it is. I have no idea, but it's a shoe that we probably won't see real images of until later this year or the beginning of next year. And then the last Jordan 1 that we're going to talk about today is the women's Air Jordan 1 Silver Toe. This shoe comes in color blocking that's very similar to that of the Bread Toe ones, except instead of red, they switch it out for silver. And metallic silver at that. And it's not even a patent leather shoe. It's a standard leather shoe with metallic silver leather. Unfortunately for a lot of the larger footed guys out there, it looks like this shoe is only coming in women's sizing, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And as of right now, it looks like the Silver Toe Air Jordan 1 highs are slated to release on February 21st, 2021. And then finally, the last story of the day and the largest story of the day, it looks like eBay is actually rolling out their own authentication service. Apparently the way that this service came about is that eBay is partnering up with SneakerCon's Legit Check service. For the last couple years, SneakerCon has had their own buying and selling app, but it never seemed to gain the same traction that apps like GOAT and StockX did. But it seems like SneakerCon is making the very smart move of taking their already developed legit checking infrastructure and merging with eBay. Honestly, this is a game changer for eBay because eBay was a place that you could go to find really excellent deals, but you were never 100% sure if those sneakers were authentic. But now by offering their own authentication service, it looks like eBay is almost immediately becoming one of the largest and most reliable sneaker resale sites available. In my opinion, it's an awesome move by eBay and SneakerCon, and it's definitely going to force GOAT and StockX to really up their game. And I actually think I might start doing some videos on steals and deals that you can find on eBay. I think that would be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for those videos coming up in the very near future. This new eBay authentication service should be rolling out over the next month and will start by authenticating sneakers sold over the price of $100. I don't think they're going to be able to authenticate all the sneakers sold over $100. I think it's only going to be a select few, and I think it's it's one of those programs you probably have to opt into, but regardless, I think it's really, really cool. But with that, we wrap up Weekly Heat for this week. Now, I would love to know your thoughts on all of the stories that we covered in today's video, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to check out the latest Apothecary collection featuring the A logos and the no-shows. It's one of my favorite collections so far, and I definitely think you guys will like it. So make sure to check it out by clicking the link in the top of the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.